Hello, Scorpio. This is a period you cannot underestimate. The sky is shifting rapidly, and these movements are pressing directly on you. The current energy is forcing you to re-examine yourself, to look at the choices you've made recently, and to see clearly where you stand on your path. In the past days, you may have felt unusual pressure, as if everything was happening at once and leaving you no space to breathe. This is not coincidence. It is a sign that the universe is urging you to step out of stagnation and move into an entirely new cycle. You are naturally resilient and unafraid of facing darkness. But this time, the challenge does not come from external forces, it comes from the tension within yourself. In the days ahead, your intuition will sharpen in unexpected ways, revealing truths about others and about yourself that you cannot ignore. This is the moment to listen more closely to your inner silence, because clarity is approaching, and you need to be mentally prepared to face it. The universe is opening a rare gateway for you, but only those who are willing to act with courage will be able to cross through it. What matters most is that this energy is not just about awareness. It is influencing the entire foundation of your life: finances, career, relationships, health, and family. The choices you make right now will create a ripple effect across all of these areas. That is why you cannot treat this as a passing phase, but as the beginning of a cycle that will stretch over years. The movement of this moment demands that you remain clear, that you release what no longer fits, and that you prepare yourself to carry greater strength into the next stage. In the sections ahead, we will look more closely at these areas: your finances and career, where new opportunities are waiting; your relationships, where unspoken truths must come to light; your health, where your body must adjust to a higher frequency; and your family, where your presence will be tested as an anchor. But before we go into those details, remember this central point: all of it begins with this overall energy, a direct call for change and a firm reminder that you no longer have time to delay. Scorpio, the financial landscape around you is shifting, and this shift is not random. You are being placed in front of possibilities that may at first appear small, almost insignificant, but they carry the seed of lasting growth. In the coming 15 days, a door is likely to open in the form of an idea, a casual conversation, or even a suggestion that you might be tempted to dismiss. Do not underestimate it. What seems minor on the surface may become the cornerstone of a steady and reliable source of income for years to come. Your strength has always been your ability to rebuild in times of crisis. Every time life has forced you into a corner, you have found ways to rise again, stronger than before. This quality is now being tested, but in a different way. The universe is not pushing you into survival, it is asking you to claim stability and abundance with intention. You may feel the pull to take risks that once seemed too heavy to carry. But this is the moment when such risks align with reward. Your natural persistence is about to be rewarded, not with sudden fortune falling from the sky, but with opportunities that grow steadily and multiply as you nurture them. There is also a clear message about timing. Between today and the end of the second week from now, the decisions you make in money matters will carry extra weight. Every choice, from how you invest your time to how you respond to offers, will ripple forward with multiplied impact. This means caution is needed, but not hesitation. If you overthink, you may let the current pass you by. If you step forward with clarity, you will anchor the flow of prosperity that has been waiting for you. Finances are not just about numbers in your account. For Scorpio, they are tied to purpose and to the feeling of control over your life. This is why the universe is pressing you now. It wants you to see that the way you earn, manage, and share your resources is part of your transformation. As we move into the next section on career, Keep in mind that the opportunities arriving in your work life are directly connected to these financial doors opening. What you do with one will affect the other. And your ability to recognize this connection will determine the stability of the foundation you are building. Scorpio, in your career, the pressure you feel now is not imagined. A shift of power is taking place around you, and whether you realize it or not, eyes are beginning to turn in your direction. Someone in a higher position is observing your ability to handle complex situations, your persistence when others would quit, and your instinct to uncover what lies beneath the surface. This attention may soon transform into a concrete opportunity, one that asks you to step into a larger role than you have previously held. This is not the time to hide behind modesty or to convince yourself that you are not ready. You have already proven yourself in ways that cannot be ignored. The question now is whether you are willing to carry the responsibility that comes with recognition. You may be offered leadership, a chance to direct others, or a project that demands your vision and strength. At first, it might feel overwhelming, but what looks like pressure is actually the universe's way of showing you that you have outgrown your old position. You are being asked to expand into the space that has been waiting for you all along. The transition will not be without challenge. Some colleagues may resist your rise, not because you are unworthy, but because your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. You cannot let this discourage you. Scorpio thrives under pressure, and your gift is the ability to turn hidden tension into forward momentum. If you approach the next stage with clarity and fairness, the same intensity that others fear in you will become the strength that earns their respect. What links directly back to your finances is that the recognition you receive now will open practical doors. A promotion, a new contract, or a shift in your professional direction could also become the very seed that secures your financial stability. Career and money are not moving separately at this time. They are woven together. As we move into the next section on love and relationships, remember that the changes in your professional life will also ripple into your personal life. The more you step into your true power at work, the clearer your relationships will become, revealing who supports your growth and who does not. Scorpio, the same energy that is stirring your career is also reshaping your relationships. When professional doors begin to open, it becomes impossible to keep your private life untouched, because growth in one area always reveals what is stable and what is fragile in another. Over the coming weeks, you may find yourself confronted with truths you have long sensed but avoided speaking aloud. If you are in a committed relationship, conversations that have been delayed will finally demand attention. This may not be comfortable, but honesty will be the only path forward. Avoiding the discussion will not protect the bond, it will only deepen the distance. Facing it together, even if the words feel heavy, can create a level of intimacy that has been missing, and the connection can deepen into something stronger and more enduring. For those who are single, this period is about recognizing that love cannot enter while you are holding on to past disappointments. Someone from your past may reappear, but not in the way you expect. The lesson will be clear. You must decide whether to repeat familiar patterns or to step into a new experience of love. At the same time, there is a strong possibility of meeting someone who carries the intensity you crave, someone whose presence ignites your emotions and challenges you to grow. This new connection may feel sudden, even overwhelming, but it will reflect the transformation already happening inside you. Relationships of all kinds, romantic, friendships, and family ties are being tested by the same principle. Only what is authentic will remain. Scorpio, your loyalty is powerful, but sometimes it binds you to people who no longer walk the same path. Over the coming period, you will be shown clearly who strengthens your energy and who drains it. These revelations may sting at first, but they will ultimately set you free. The universe is asking you to create space for those who celebrate your light, not just those who tolerate it. Love during this time is not limited to romance. It is also about how you allow yourself to be loved and supported by others. You have always been quick to protect and to give, but slower to receive. This cycle is pressing you to open those gates, to accept care and affection without suspicion or guilt. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more you will find that your emotional life and your professional life move in harmony. As we move into the next section on health, remember that your relationships, whether healed or left behind, will directly affect your physical vitality, because for Scorpio, the heart and the body are inseparably linked. Scorpio, your body is not separate from the transformations happening in your life. It is carrying them. The intensity of recent weeks may have left you feeling drained or restless, with unusual tension in your chest, shoulders, or back. These are not random discomforts. They are signs that your system is adjusting to hold a higher frequency of energy. For a sign as deep and sensitive as yours, emotional strain often manifests physically. That is why your health now requires more than just routine care. It asks for conscious attention to the connection between your emotions and your body. Your heart is especially important during this time, both physically and symbolically. It represents the center of your power. Each time you suppress your feelings or pretend to be less than you are, your energy weakens. Each time you choose honesty and alignment with your true self, you regain strength. Supporting your cardiovascular system with movement, clean air, and mindful breathing will not only benefit your physical state, but also help release the emotional weight you have been carrying. Rest will be essential, but it must be restorative rather than passive. Sleep at regular hours. Allow your body to settle into rhythm. And when you feel exhausted, do not push yourself past the breaking point. Your natural drive often convinces you to keep going even when you should stop. But this is the moment when recovery will multiply your power. Without it, the other opportunities arriving in finances, career, and relationships will be harder to sustain. There is also a call to connect with the natural elements that resonate most strongly with you. Water has always been your element, and time spent near rivers, lakes, or even simple immersion in baths can restore balance to your nervous system. Just as important is your connection to cycles of the moon. The days surrounding the next lunar shift will be especially useful for resetting your energy. If you choose to align your rest, meals, or reflective practices with those lunar phases, you may find your strength returning faster than expected. Health is not only about prevention now, it is about preparation. Your body is preparing to carry the weight of larger responsibilities and greater visibility in your life. As we move into the final section on family and your roots, that remember that the care you offer your body will directly affect your ability to show up as the pillar others are asking you to be. Without this foundation, even the strongest Scorpio risks burning out. With it, you will find that every challenge becomes manageable and every opportunity becomes easier to claim. Scorpio, the changes unfolding in your external world are mirrored within your family and ancestral ties. Over the coming weeks, you may find yourself pulled into situations that demand your strength as a stabilizing presence. Someone close to you may be in need of your guidance, whether through a personal struggle, une importante décision, or a conflict that has lingered too long. This is not a burden placed on you by chance. It is part of your role as a bridge between what was and what is becoming. When you stand firmly, you not only protect your loved ones, but also transform patterns that have weighed on your lineage for years. Family bonds for Scorpio are never simple. Your loyalty runs deep. But so do the hidden tensions and unspoken histories within your roots. This is the time when some of those buried issues may surface. They are not returning to destabilize you. They are appearing so they can finally be addressed. By choosing to face them with clarity and fairness, You create a ripple effect that reaches beyond you, offering healing not only to the present but also to the generations before and after. At the same time, there is a reminder that not every family tie must be carried into your future. The universe is asking you to discern between connections that nurture you and those that only drain your energy. Letting go, even with love, is sometimes the only way to break cycles of exhaustion. In doing so, you make space for a more supportive environment to emerge, whether that comes from blood relatives, chosen family, or new communities that reflect your growth. These responsibilities may feel heavy at first, but they are also deeply rewarding. Through family, you will rediscover parts of yourself you had forgotten, and through your roots, you will find the strength to rise higher in other areas of life. As we move into the closing message, that hold on to this truth. Your role within your family is not only about protection, it is about transformation. By anchoring yourself, you allow those around you to find balance, and in turn, you open the path for your own expansion to continue without the weight of the past holding you back. Scorpio, everything we have explored: your finances, your career, your relationships, your health, and your family connects back to one central truth. You are standing at a threshold that will not appear again for many years. The universe has been preparing you for this moment through every challenge, every delay, and every test of your endurance. What may have felt like endless cycles of loss or pressure were not punishments. They were the sharpening of your instincts, the building of your resilience, and the shaping of a strength that is now ready to be revealed. You are entering a new cycle that has the potential to last not for months but for years. A cycle of growth, stability, and deeper purpose. But this cycle is conditional. It asks you to release the weight of old resentments, to accept the leadership role that is waiting, and to live in full alignment with the intensity that makes you who you are. The opportunities arriving will come quickly, and some may vanish just as fast if you hesitate. Boldness is required now, not recklessness, but the kind of decisive courage that has always been your birthright. The path ahead is not meant to be walked alone. You will be supported by people who value your light, even as others fall away. Trust your intuition to know the difference. Allow yourself to receive as much as you give, for in learning to accept support, you will discover that your energy multiplies rather than diminishes. This balance is what will allow you to sustain the responsibilities and blessings that are about to enter. Scorpio, the message is clear: the waiting period is over. You are being asked to rise, to take your place with confidence, and to act without delay. Every decision you make in this window of time will echo far into your future. Claim it consciously, stand in it fully, and above all, I remember this: your transformation is not simply about survival anymore. It is about living with purpose, leading with strength, and embodying the depth of power that has always been yours.